Hi, it's Barry. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have some tips and hacks for you on how to spend under $10 and get some really exciting refreshes for your planner. So today I want to show you the different types of papers that I use for different uses with my planners. And I've experimented quite a bit over the years, and I want to show you some of the best of what I've found and then how I use them. So you've all seen recently, if you're a subscriber to this channel, you've seen the new CP Petite and how I set this up, which was to use a piece of cardstock, which was a black and white polka dot. And then I used vellum on top of it. One, my own sheet of vellum, which I'm going to show you. And then the second one is a really nice dashboard. These are considered the section covers at Cloth and Paper, and I love them. On the back of this, I did the same thing, which is I used the cardstock, only I used 2 sheets of vellum because I didn't have the section cover. And it is hard to show up, especially with this clear cover on it, but it really looks like a very pale gray. And I love the look because it looks very dimensional. Let me show you a few other examples and then we'll go through the specific papers. And some of these I have purchased several varieties until I found a good one. You're probably also familiar that I do a lot of very specialized notebooks for special interests or projects. This one happens to be for my YouTube channel, and it has the Cloth and Paper clear covers. And what I have underneath, I have a clear sheet of transparency with a logo on it. And then I have a sheet of vellum. This is a printable that I buy from Hey Planner Girl. There are several varieties that come with the printable of different types of table of contents, and you can fill them all in on your own. Well, I find not only are these helpful to me so that I stay organized, but I think they look really nice. I didn't love the look of just on the white paper, so I have printed them on the vellum, and then underneath the first divider, I have 2 sheets of a marbled vellum. This is my new Louis Vuitton monogram eclipse custom planner that I had made and shipped from France. And I am still working on the setup, but I'm getting a lot closer. And one thing that you'll notice in here, and unfortunately the camera reflects so much, it looks much better in person, but I just have 1/2 of a sheet of the transparency to give it a little gloss, and I just love the way that looks. The other thing that you'll see on the side is I have this here is a cardstock, laminated cardstock, and another piece of laminated cardstock underneath there. And by putting these in here, it helps this cover not be floppy. And I also just love the way it looks, like little bits of pattern emerging out. So now let's talk about the supplies. In terms of cardstock, you can buy different kinds of things. One of the things is you can get one of these smaller styles, and these are single-sided. And, you know, this was like $9, and I'm sure I had a coupon when I bought it because that's the kind of shopper I am. I think I got this from Michael's a number of years ago. It's older. Then I have 2 sheets here, and these were from 2 different planner subscription boxes that I had. What I love about some of these that come in the planner subscription boxes, especially like with Villa Beautiful, which is this one, is they have something different on the other side. So if you are making it into a dashboard or something else, you have some interest on the front and the back, and they're kind of a glossy paper, so they're just a little bit heavier than the regular cardstock. Additionally, this was from Michael's many years ago that I purchased, and it was 25 sheets of different black and white patterns, and these all come in tons of colors. You can also buy these 12 by 12 books, and the books would have the different cardstock inside, and then they're perforated at the top so that you get a clean edge on it. And the ones from me and my big ideas are really nice. They're very high quality, and the pages are different in between. Like this one you can see is very glossy, and I had made a dashboard out of this for another planner size. So you have those. Now a 12 by 12 sheet is going to give you a lot of things if you're organized when you're cutting it up. In terms of the ones that come 8.5 by 11, like you can buy solid sheets of cardstock, then you're going to get 2 half letter, and anything smaller than half letter you can obviously get at least 2 of. If you are in A5, you'll only get 1 because it's a little wider. Let me explain that. If you take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper like this one, if you divide it in half, it's 5.5 inches, and the A5 is 5.8, so it would be a little short. So you really do need to use the whole sheet for that. Now you can, cut any of these. Like I have some where I have like a half a sheet left, for example, of this marble. And then I also got a really neat pack of some white patterns. It has 15 sheets of white patterns, and I'm not sure how well you can see. I'll try to hold this closer, but there's a number of different patterns, dots and other patterns, and that was only $6.99 for a package of 15 sheets. The marble vellum is really useful. Sometimes you get to a divider in your planner and you don't want, and it's a clear divider, and you don't want it seen what's right behind it. Maybe the writing is sensitive or it isn't as beautiful as other things that you want to see. I sometimes will use, from 1 to 3 sheets of this, and sometimes I just print something right on it. The marble is $8.99 for 24 sheets. Now, I told you I've tried several inkjet vellums, and this is definitely the one to use. And actually I've been buying this for a number of years now. I had tried some others, and I had some that curled up and just didn't look great when they came out of the printer. And it says inkjet translucent vellum, but it also works perfectly on a laser printer if you have that, and I swear by this. And you'd be surprised how long this lasts, because it's not like you're using it for everyday printing. I mean, if I look on my Amazon orders, like on some things, like, it might be 2 years in between when I ordered a package. And I want to talk about the transparency film, because I purchased several of these and they were terrible. They would say they were inkjet transparency. Even if I put it on fairly low ink, they would always smear. This one was the best of the bunch, but you had to use fairly low ink on an inkjet, and you had to really let it dry. And it wasn't perfect, and so it caused me to buy a laser printer. I will say that having a laser printer and being able to print on this is priceless. And this inkjet transparency film, it has 30 sheets in it, and it's $15.99. So to recap, you can purchase some of these packages of vellum, transparency, cardstock, and jazz up your planners, refresh, and be creative, because you can run all of these papers through the printer to also design your own dashboards and have them look really professional. You can also use printables to print on these papers. I've found that this is a mainstay of what I use in my planning experience, and I hope it's helpful to you. Okay, guys, of course I'm going to have a giveaway, and here's how the giveaway works. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. In your comment, please let me know which of these papers interested you the most. I will be sending a package of assorted papers, including a lot of cardstock papers, to one lucky winner. The giveaway closes on May 21st. Check back on May 22nd and look in the comments to see if I replied to you. If I did, make sure to get me your address within 24 hours so I can send the package out to you. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time around.